That was the last thing I was thinking about. And it's funny because I grew up kind of watching Jake Bentley. I used to go to the games and I'd wave at him, wave at all the players when they're leaving the locker room or exiting and all that stuff. And it was my first day. I show up to summer training, Jake Bentley sitting there, and I'm like shaking, sweating. I'm like, oh my God, that's Jake Bentley. And he comes right up to me and goes, hey, what's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm Gavin. He goes, oh, dude, welcome to Gamecock football, man. How are you doing? Like, where are you from? Stuff. And I'm just like, I couldn't even talk. I was so excited. He's a team guy. He definitely cared about the team, and he was always encouraging people and all that. And to see how that kind of folded out was kind of not only rough on him, but it was rough on me because I kind of grew up with him being an idol to me. But from there, man, it was kind of downhill. It's just, freshman year was kind of a culture shock for me because I didn't expect college football to be the way it was. And kind of chiming off, what I was talking about earlier with the whole walk-on thing. It was really hard for me to get into that groove of kind of figuring out like my schedule between balancing school and football. It was a really rough mix for me. And once again, I'm not going to say names, but there was a specific coach that just made my life absolute hell. I'll tell you what, so Fridays, the way Fridays work is the players come in, the guys that are traveling or are dressing for the games rather, they come in at noon. And keep in mind, I've been up at 5 o'clock every day. I'd have to be in an hour early. I'd have to be in an hour early to watch, say we're playing Kentucky. I'm watching Kentucky's their game film, and I was the scout team left guard. So I'm not going to say names. This coach would have me there at 5:15 in the morning watching Kentucky's left guard. And he'd be like, Gavin, why are you not more like this guy? I'm like, Coach, I don't know. I don't know these plays. I don't know what they're doing. And he's like, yeah, you need to be more like this guy. I'm like, okay. So we'd go out there and we'd run their plays.
Right.
And so I've been doing this for days, and it's Friday. And Friday is usually like the sleep-in day. You catch up on your sleep. You show up. They've got food for you. It's 12 o'clock. You go to chapel, and then you go to the hotel. The walk-ons and the guys that did not dress were there at 6 a.m., no breakfast, no nothing, and they called it a gogie. And I'm not going to say the name, but there was this coach sweared by it. He loved doing it on Fridays, and he would have us there. The sun wasn't even up. And you walk out there, and you're like, okay, so we just got a normal lift, no big deal. No, there were coaches, strength coaches, black face paint, bulletproof vest, and like AC/DC blaring. And they would have you in the indoor crawling around. They would have us like chained up, crawling out like to the song that we come out of the tunnel to, and being like, if you're not gonna run out to this in full uniform, you're gonna crawl to it. And they just make us crawl to it. And we had these grueling workouts, stuff like, I'm not even gonna lie, I shed a tear one time. It was so bad. And I love working out. That was my favorite part. But it was just some stuff. I'm like, there's no way like any human should be able to do this stuff.
Right.
And thank God my partner was 6'7", like 330 pounds, and he could help me with some of the weights that we were doing. But it was nuts. And so that was like a every Friday thing for the season for me.
In season too. In season. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. And it was rough because, kind of towards the end of the first season, it kind of got rough for us. But we were there 6 a.m. doing that. And that was kind of my first year experience. Nothing really stuck out to me too much. It was just kind of my role of I'm a scout team left guard going against Javon Kinlaw every day. That was great. You got to keep in mind at the time, I was trying to put on weight. I've always had a really hard time putting on weight.
Right.
I'm putting on weight, and I'm like 260, 270. I'm already underweight. And Javon Kinlaw is coming at me at 8 a.m. every day, just bull rushing me. And it's funny, he'd put me on my butt. I didn't even stand a chance.
Yep.
But, I'd be on my back, and all I could see is him, arm out, picking me up, and he slaps me on the ass, and he's like, keep up the good work, man. No, and damn well I didn't do a good job, but I tried my best. And that whole thing kind of got me, mentally prepared for my second season. And then, of course, COVID hit. And that was really strange. But I got into a really good weight training program while I was home. And I put on the weight. I started, putting up numbers as far as workouts and stuff like that. So it's weird, I actually came back better prepared than I was for my first season. So second season, I was all in. I was pedal to the metal, ready to go, ready to compete. And I would say like in the fall camp times and stuff like that, I was doing fairly well. I was finally able to compete with some of the guys because I actually had size. And God, that season was rough.